Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to Persona on the PSP. When we last left off, we got all 12 shards of the mirror and confronted the Snow Queen mask. Unfortunately, we've still got to deal with the entity that was in the Snow Queen mask, but before we get on with that, I do want to make a correction and apologize. I said Ayase was the female protagonist of SMT-If, and now that I've actually played SMT-If, I realize that it's Tamaki, not Ayase. I'm not sure where I got that misconception at. Apparently I just misremembered the names, or whatever, I don't know. So, first let's grab this Furba dagger. And we want to talk with everybody. Could it be Plasma? I think that's actually a reference to If as well. There's a character in there that a reoccurring villain who is obsessed with plasma. Like, there's no scientific proof that you can defeat my plasma power. Anyway, so we are now in the final dungeon. Old Nanjo got left behind. I think that whoever you don't recruit stands there and they each have a different item. Alright, so this room right here is very large and it consists of these pathways like this. But there are one-way conveyor pads everywhere that kind of trap you and put you back in like the different areas. So you want to, there's only one path through here. We actually want to set our auto battle here. We're basically going to be able to auto battle this entire, do I actually want to do rendering? No, let's go ahead and just use Torunda for now. If it's a big deal, I'll switch her over to Media Rahan. I'm gonna get Megadola going, and I guess Agidyne, so I can start auto battling. I'm basically going to be able to auto battle a majority of the enemies in this place. With a few exceptions. Alright, so we want to go this way. And we want to go up and take a right. And we want to go down. One. And we want to go across two and then go up. My goal is to get the main character, Tarukaja, on his persona. So he's the only one of my characters that actually has any leveling to do on his persona. And I would like to get that. So we want to go, and then up, and then up the stairs. So to give you an idea of how big this room is, it's about that far, and yeah, there's a lot of trial and error if you don't have a map, but I do have a map, so that's wonderful. We're gonna ignore this demon because I don't care. So those guys absorb fire. I knew that, but like, they're gonna be killed by the Bright Judgment, so it's not a big deal. Alright, so heal. 2 out of Stoma is such garbage in this game. Alright, we want to go this way. If I get to the end of the dungeon and I don't actually have Tarukaja, I don't know if I'll just go ahead and chance it or if I'll go ahead and do it. Buff that dex up. We want to go this way, I think? Yeah. That is a weapon for somebody that you cannot recruit. Alright. And once again, we have Mariko here. Mr. Photographer Lady. We should have got her in the party. And we got a Mars 133, which I think is a shotgun. What is it? It's a rifle. Okay. Do I want to equip it? 1 to 3. No, I'm gonna stick with the FAMAS. Alright. It took me a while to figure out you could actually open those lockers and get items out of them. But whatever. We're about to get our reward, by the way. The reward for getting all of the mirror shards. I think using Tarunda is a nice compromise versus Medea Rahan. Because if you use Medea Rahan, then if you use Medea Rahan every round, then that person will just suck up absolutely all the experience. But if you use Tarunda, you're reducing the amount of damage you take, but not sucking up all the experience. They are frozen. Alright, so to get your reward here, you have to read the note. And it's in this. You get the Spiegel equipment. And that'll bump our agility all the way up to 99. And this will bump our dex up pretty high as well. So the Spiegel Blade is pretty good. It's got 65 attack power, so it's got significantly less attack power than the Furba Dagger, but the Furba Dagger only gets 1 swing. The Spiegel Blade gets 3. So have I talked a bit about why I'm using the personas I'm using? So, the personas I've got on right now, it's very similar to what I was using in the at the end of the Seibak route. So I've got Azrael on the main character, Partly because he can learn Tarukaja, and that's really good, but mainly because he nulls element and force. Shoki. Resists element and force. Vidnafir is the weakest persona I have in my party, so I have her on the weakest party member. Gozo Tenno is for getting through the dungeon. Phaleg is who I'm going to be taking into the final battle. And of course Lolo. The reason I've got those specific personas, the main thing is I don't have anybody that's weak to an element. But the main reason is that the... oh, I didn't mean to escape. I meant to hit auto and go to guns, but whatever, that's fine. What was I saying? The final boss has... four Mudine spells. So I think it's Agidine, Agidine, Bufudine, Zandine, and Zeodine. So you don't want to be weak to any of those elements. And the rest of, like, other things I kind of wish I had is I kind of wish I had Dakunda and Dukaja, but you know, there's not really a whole lot I can do on that front. So we're just gonna work with what we got. I think those Kyuubi no Miyuchis are better whips. Yeah. Alright. So we are now on the 4th floor. There's not really a gimmick to this either, this floor. But... if you go down... I'm gonna miss an item, but that's because I would have to go all the way back to the beginning, and I don't feel like going out of my way. You know what? Let's go for it. I was planning on skipping this, but I might as well show it to you. Alright, so we are on the 4th floor, right? Yes, okay. So if you go north, that leads you to the path to continue on with the dungeon. And if you go south, this leads you to where you can go to turn in your ambrosia. You can turn the ambrosia in and get your different ultimate persona totems for your main characters. I've only got like a few ambrosia because I took the towers on in the level appropriate order. But one thing you can do... Oh, by the way, those stairs, they... So we want to go... Oh, by the way, this floor, the holes everywhere. So we want to stick on the floor. We kind of want to do it you want to go the directions that I'm going here. One more. All right. All right. Whew, okay, so now we are back on the previous floor. If you had fallen off, you would have just fallen off and you'd have to walk up to where those stairs I pointed at were. It's not that big a deal. You know what? Let's actually switch to Medea Rahan. I don't particularly care about getting any more levels. At this point, more levels is just more HP. So, it's fine. Let's just keep everybody healthy. One thing I am going to miss about this game, and something I wish that they did in more of the other games, is the silly noises that the demons make when you kill them. Alright, so this should be the room where you get you trade your ambrosia in. So Yep. And then you get the various totem items. How many ambrosias do I actually have? Just 2? Huh. Anyway. And so that's how you get your ultimate personas in this thing. You get more... You get more ambrosia for doing the dungeons in the opposite order than I did. So, but I did them level appropriate, so I don't have as much ambrosia. But that's okay, because I'm nowhere near high enough level to even use the ultimate. That's rank 6. So now we just gotta follow our... For a second I was like, what is that pink thing? No, it's just part of the background. That's what I get for looking out of the corner of my eye. So I've only got to get one more rank to get Tarukaja. And I don't really care about getting all the way to rank 8, minus the stats you get, you know, because your magic attack and magic defense goes up every level. But I'm probably going to be using my gun in the final battle and not magic. Which way? Yeah, okay. I'm so glad that this game has the fast forward functions that it does, because the original PS1 version of the game is incredibly slow. So one more rank, and we'll have Tarokaja. Alright, and now we are back here. So that didn't take too long to get back up. Otohime. There's a few monsters up here that do actually reflect nuclear, and I want to make sure I use my gun on them, not, you know, Makito. Nice. I love how, like, it still does 300 points of damage, Megadola, even when it's, like, cut in half. Like, the spell is absurdly powerful. I got snuck up on. That hasn't happened in a while. Alright, cool. God, like, it blows my mind. It's like, how much... we want to go this way, right? Yeah. It blows my mind how much grinding is required to get strong enough to use the high-end personas in this game. Like, I feel that other than that one thing, like, you know, the massive level requirements for the personas. Alright. I think we're supposed to go this way. Other than that, this game is actually very well balanced. Like, it has a good curve. Like, as long as you don't run away from a bunch of battles or whatever, and just fight everything as it comes along. Then you're basically able to take the game as it comes along. Like, no grinding required. And I kind of feel that way about SMT 1 and 2 as well. To a somewhat asterisk degree for 2. Because the final battles are absolutely untenable unless you have Shiva. So that, you know, that means you've got to be a certain level. But up until that point, you know, it's just like whatever. So they're here again. I was looking for their mouth and got this crate. What? And there's the Kuma staff. That is a weapon for you. And yes. We are now on the 5th floor. And then she'll take you downstairs. And we are now on the 5th floor, right? Yep. Okay, so this place, let me get my special map up for this. Oh.